So, what you all going to admit? Any and all. Doesn't matter. You can call yourself aliens all you want. You can call yourself otherworldly beings, spiritual beings. Well, it doesn't matter, because we all know what you really are. You're not human. You have invaded, conquered a lot, too much, and it to be demolished. What you set up will backfire. It always would. It's pure evil. In the Bible, it said nobody would know but the Creator, Creator God, the time, the hour of judgment. Interesting. That means no time travel technology can predict it. No seers, fortune tellers. They could probably predict around it maybe, but never exactly. And it is generally known, that there will be destruction upon, well, the evil. And if false light wants to bend over backwards for some Lucy goat dick, that's their fault. There's no ego with me. I don't know what narrative you all was trying to set up, but it failed. It always have failed. You think that I had to acknowledge it in a certain way or something like that? No, that don't make sense. Because I always acknowledge it, that it's not ego, and that any type of lies and manipulations are lies and manipulations. Or at least I eventually about a lot of things. Like, for example, aliens are not will. It's a name given to foreigners, basically. And the word alien is used mostly with the UFO community, and that's what I mean. That definition of alien I meant. Not the alien, like a legal alien, like of which they are alien anyways, right? That's funny because 99.9999% probably not that many nines, but you know what I mean. Aren't human inhabiting vessels crossing no borders. In fact, there probably more humans inhabiting vessels crossing away from USA by human smuggling trafficking. But although, isn't there a network of underground bases everywhere? Because, evil has no bounds, apparently. They don't like having boundaries. Like, what? I know, right? Like, so what are you going to admit after everything is said and done? Or are you going to admit anything beforehand? I could talk all kinds of things. Like this video I put in the comment section down below. That shows a African American, I presume, toddler. Yeah, toddler. Not even a kid. Still like infant, but can walk and stuff. Cursing out cops like a grown African American would. And I presume those are diapers. No shirt. No leggings. I didn't want to watch the video. I took the thumbnail in consideration and the title of the video under consideration. You should watch it if you want to. I'm probably more pressed than you are right now, so maybe if I got a stable living conditions, maybe then I might feel better. Maybe. Anyways. Alright, so there's a couple things I can talk about, but the biggest thing is, what you going to admit to? Title of video. What you going to admit to? Huh? Your energies are literally crawling out of the vessel, indirectly or directly. Indirectly or directly. Yeah, directly or indirectly. You could see it, sweat coming off of my forehead. It swears. Jeez. I need to take the flannel off, but that's getting done. Anyways, but back to what it was. The toddler is speaking things that should not be spoken from. Are you serious? Like, what scenarios did that toddler pick that up from? Probably it's spiritually. Probably it is not human, obviously. So group. Not because of skin color, no. Because, you know, what's inside. What has reincarnated. And seeing how odds are it's a negative family, naturally, would make sense. I presume there's some negativity in that family, because I presume that only a toddler could learn from, well, some very bad family members. Very bad. To say that to the cops, I mean, the cops ain't my friend anyways. Ain't anyone's friend. They just keeping the structure maintained best they can. So is everyone, apparently. The biding the time, get it, Biden? Joe Biden? The biding the time is off the charts. Look at the gas stations, and they are trying to slow down the prices, but they can. Best they can. Every day now for a while, or not every day, but most of the week, I've been trying to go down here, though, and check the gas prices. Mostly I just pay attention to the lowest one, obviously. You know, the regular. And not seeing it move. Interesting. I don't see it move. You think it would be. I guess I can wait a little longer. But I'm telling you, you'll seemingly not want to admit to certain things. Look, it's okay. You know, you don't want to admit to something. But what not okay is that you not doing right by those who you are doing wrong, that don't deserve the wrong that is being literally placed upon them. I don't deserve no shelter, because I deserve shelter. Do you know what shelter means? It means not being exposed by the weather. And clearly I deserve a lot more than that, obviously. I deserve peace and freedom with my ways. But it looked like I won't even get a little bit of that for a long while. It looked like I'm looking at like 5 freaking years at minimum again. Because it looking more like, if I had to estimate guess, you all really trying to shoot up to 2030 for some reason. And back in my mind, I kept it from the forefront for a long time, except for now. But yeah, it looking like even you false light are trying your darnest to make sure that you get close enough to that 2030. Why? Why are you stabilizing everything by then? Which you can't stabilize because there's mass raping and pillaging and who knows how many more soul reincarnating bumping there is. Because humans' abilities are oppressed. And who knows how many ghosts are actually humans. Because there's apparently where a spiritual soul would, soul would be stuck in a spiritual realm. That is, the ghost dimension, basically. What you would call it. That looking good. Look, there had to be some type of balance. Because when there's not enough balance, things can escalate faster. Hello? I don't like suffering more than the next person, but it seemed like you had to oppress, because if you don't oppress, the signal get brighter for something positive to take place. So basically, you try and hold back a flood again, and it's not working out for you. But because they're literally a real threat, and it might not be a flood of water this time. It might actually be spiritual, full spiritual, not just like maybe they were partial, not just waters, but also like no matter how well you build things, it will not stand absolute against the Creator God and His wage. Apparently, I seen the scorched earth. I seen how it looks. Look like a lightning bolt or wood burning or some shit. Plasma. You're not going to hide the facts. You know that there was a lot of things you need to look into, but apparently your leaders got you hand tied because they are in on it. Obviously. But there are no excuses at the end of the day. You tell me not one of you broken free, or a few of you, or even hundreds or thousands. I can see though that what you would call enemies is those who actually defected from your evil power tripping leadership. There's something going on with them. Jeez, they in it to win it, they think. So basically, you all having the same problem as we humans having problem with the Dark Cabal. Because, the Dark Cabal and your leadership, and apparently you all who served them, all working for the same. We humans stuck in the middle of all this. Clue against all of you. You will find out. Dude, no way humanity voted to get enslaved. Dude, no way. Dude, no way. No matter what trick will you pull. No way. More and more it looks like that you all playing along, trying to bide each other time here, doing evil shit. Threatening your homes, by the way. So, you makeshift home somewhere. Plant toys or whatever. Pleading supposedly got like how many plants, for themselves, and draw them into too, so on and so forth. And the inhabitants on there. Yeah. So you affect them by what you're doing here. So what you going to admit to? What is the title of your story, huh? Because my story is I'm a man of many titles, and with an incredible lack of results. Think about that. With an incredible lack of results, but with many titles. because I am being held back. And my humanity, obviously. What? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the chosen one. Whatever that is. What is that? What is that? You know, it could be many things. Doesn't even matter at the end of the day. You know why? Because it's all about what happens at the end conclusion of all. Yeah, sir, you know, the journey is, you know, one thing, obviously. But the effect is showcasing of what has happened. You know, the effect of the cause. Really showcases the cause, right? The in conclusion, does it justify the means to get to that in conclusion? Does it or does it not? Understand? How much wisdom do I have to speak about? Because I'm apparently the wisest human. Don't make it look like I'm also the wisest being or anything here that's basically on or in the ground or in this dome, doesn't matter, or surrounding all that area. Well, basically in this earth that is also domed, all of it. So what was inside that been living from beginning to current time, if I'm the wisest, then all that from the moment I was born to now and onward, as time goes on, second by second, if I am the wisest, should I be given a little more respect than this? What? Like, holy shit. And even if I did have an ego, which I do not, I have righteousness. And I do my research. Apparently. And I love to do more. Would broaden my horizon. Yeah. I would love to. But even if I did have ego, if there's no human better than me, still, wouldn't that still make me like the wisest and still the best truther? Because even if I did have ego, Kent Dunn, who said I had ego several too many times, and also said I was lazy, but he couldn't even lift as much weight as I have and have as much endurance. But he can keep living comfortably on his lazy boy recliner. His soft, cushy. Oh, I just shouldn't say that. Because it's making me feel like I need something to sleep on. In a comfortable place. And I do wish I did have a gun. What it symbolizes. Preparedness, but even if I did have ego, that still would make me the best, because it doesn't discredit truth and doesn't necessarily at all discredit wisdom, because your accusation that I'm egotistical basically and lazy, even though you love your lazy boys, the recliners they called lazy boys, but whatever. I don't make the names, anyways. But yeah, like it seemed like you are toxic, but yet supposedly you are a messenger, a dark messenger. But anyways, but you also have proclaimed that you are a representative of your race, and you have worked around your king, cha cha. What the difference? Because apparently, he through you proclaimed humanity won't have any leadership. That's not going to fly. If anything, it seems like you are evil, lying out your ass. Not even yours, because it's makeshift meat suit from humanity. You have stolen. You certainly don't make it your own by respecting us. You disrespect us to this high degree, like you try and take our leadership away. Is this why you doing this to me? Because I'm wise and I'm great at truth or two? If I'm that wise, holy shit. It doesn't matter, I'm pretty high anyways. If somehow there was anyone else that could rival me other than human. Because there really wouldn't be any human at my level we would have met by now. Clearly. Like, we would have talked a lot. We would call each other the two witnesses of the Bible probably by now. But anyways, even though it might be a joke. But anyways. But no, that ain't happening, is it? So, what I'm saying is, what you all trying to do is far beyond disgraceful. And maybe the Creator God took too much grace from whatever you all are. Oh! But yeah, what's the title of your book, huh? What's your excuses and what you going to state at the end of it all? What are you going to state? What are you going to admit? Because you got to admit though that I have an accident done. And I'm still waiting, but I know I'm not going to get an answer. Who is the greatest truther? And who is the wisest human? I shouldn't even say human. I should say wisest any and all. Anyone. Anything. That is here. It's been living under the dome from beginning to end. Biologically. Through biological meat suit. Doesn't matter if it was born naturally. Doesn't matter if it was cloned. Who and or what is on my level or below? Beyond. Who or and what is living on my level or beyond? I want to know, so we can have a conversation. Yeah. To you all, it'd probably be like a battle of wits, ego being thrown around. But no, it's out of respect. But that's, the difference between you and me. Yeah, we'll be respecting each other, throwing, information back and forth, seeing, what we know. But, apparently, nowadays, even the not humans can barely even mention flat Earth to each other. I saw some videos, staged videos, obviously, where friends are in a vehicle, clearly are not human. I think that's with TikTok. But anyways, one of them start talking about flat Earth, blah blah blah. Make it very interesting. Try and promote, I suppose, as if you could, through all this corruption, this programming. Jeez. I'm gonna think though that you all had to program, dark or false light, doesn't matter, had to program those awakened, but it's like false awakened. So you had to program that they are awakened to a degree, which it's still false because it won't exceed the programming. Holy shit. So who's more valuable? The actual ever advancing no limit? Well, I mean, well, it looks like I have no limits compared to you all who clearly got limits. But you know what I mean. Ever evolving, ever becoming, forever more becoming more wiser as time goes on, and gathering a truth. Eventually, I'm going to reach science. You know, understanding. I might make a Stargate. You never know. You know, it might be 50 years, might be 100, might be 200, but eventually I'll just naturally accumulate enough information. Understand? And that I would naturally accumulate enough information where I just you know. But yeah, like of course you're trying to oppress me. I'm a civilization booster. I absorb, right? I absorb knowledge. I absorb energies. I get better. Try to advance myself. Of course, you try and hold it back and torture me, punish me for becoming greater or showcasing greatness that keep getting greater. Wow. So you have to admit, you have to tell me why I'm being tortured, right? It can't be because I am a shining example of being the best human possible, even under these circumstances. Oh, wait, what? What? I'm still getting punished for trying to better myself, trying to evolve? What? What? So I presume very recent, today actually, this morning and afternoon, situations will accumulate me some living conditions. Because we all know all those on a list in my way